T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man,
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Tell 'em.
exclusive. Oh,
So stop calling us.
Scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the scrub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
you're now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. Trap Talk presents Nobody's Safe Session with your boy MJ and with your boy Chris Eaton with Snakes in the Fat Pad. What is good, bro?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
It's fucking showtime.
I hear you. People have been talking.
I don't want to disappoint you. I'm going to be getting ripped as fuck this entire episode. I hope you're ready for this shit.
No, it's cool. I got some crack vials right behind me. I'm going to get ripped too. Yeah,
You got your torch lit?
I'm going to take care of it. I got my needle and my spoon. It's all good, right?
I hope everyone's doing good out there. I just want to say shout out to anyone who's coming back and watching Trap Talk with MJ podcast. This is our first segment, first time doing this. So more importantly, this is your first time tapping in. What is good? I'm your boy MJ. It's your boy right here, Chris Eaton. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're on top of everything that we drop here on this channel as far as this monthly segment goes. But shout out to everyone in the comments, man. Hey, Chris, if you don't mind, bro, we're going to just briefly go over these sponsorships together because, I mean, you have relationship with some of these sponsorships, so why don't we fucking have at it, man? I mean, one of these being Focus Cube Habitats. Shout out to Stephen Ashley over at Focus Cube Habitats, PVC built enclosures, flex in Texas all day, every day. And my boy Chris actually has some of these enclosures as well. Is that right?
I'm actually working on my first bioactive, and I'm making it a 2x2 Focus. So
you're going bioactive?
I'm going bio. I'm becoming one of the fucking bug people, and I got to do it because I'm lazy. But I'm realizing that it's a lot of fucking work to get the first one set up.
Did you start a TikTok?
I did. Yes.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
Yeah, I'm a fag. Yeah, fucking. I'm disgusting. Yeah. I'm disgusting.
I have one. I just don't post on it. But if you're on it, I'll get back on it.
Dude, I have one video, right? And since January. Okay.
You tell me that. Now that I remember, you did post one video to see how it goes. But
yeah, it's just the worst. Yeah.
I'm curious. So you have, other than the bioactive enclosure you're building, you have other enclosures by them, no? Or am I tripping?
I have 3 other ones by them. Yeah. So I have 4 total. 2 2x2x2s and 2 3x2x2s.
And one thing I can't help but to rant about the Focus Cube enclosures, how the light they are. They're durable and light. You know what I mean? Normally you don't get the best of both worlds. Normally it's like, all right, durability, but it looks like shit and it's heavy. But with Focus Cube, I think they got it going on right now. So shout out to
they just put everything in there, man. It's incredible. Yeah.
And then shout out to my family over at Cold Blooded Cafe, Stephen and Ashley, the freshest and bestest rodents delivered to your doorstep. $30 flat rate shipping. What are you using right now as far as rodents? You live or you frozen thawed?
I don't have any snakes in my fucking house right now.
Period.
None. Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing crickets and mealworms like like one of these fucking dumb frog people, and then I'm gonna eventually get a northern blue tongue, a Eurymastix, and maybe a green tree from Bill. So I'll be needing some frozen stuff in the future.
I'm so weird with. I mean, I love Bill. He's my homie, but like I was kind of kidding, but he didn't really know if I was kidding about wanting one of his babies, and he fucking hit me with like, "Sorry, bro, nothing's for sale." I was like, "Whoa, guys, jeez," you know what I mean? Fucking Bill. I'm gonna have a talk with him. He's flying in for Trap Fest July 7th. I think I kind of talked about this with you maybe briefly.
Yeah.
What are you doing July 7th? You too busy?
Well, I'm going to try and get in there because July 4th is my birthday. So I'll just.
That's right.
I'll do. If I could get there, that'd be great. If I'm back to walking normal again, because I was just in the hospital, so I'm limping around a little bit like you were 2 months ago or whatever. So if I'm walking normal, I'll get there.
Traveling injured is not fun at all, bro.
Yeah, believe me, I know. Yeah.
It's not fun, dude. And I had to go home on a plane where I couldn't, my leg was fucking after that big bite I took. And they had me strapped into a chair, like, literally, like, it was like, I was like 90 years old. You know what I'm saying? Right. But
I bet you got on first, though.
Dude, I always get on first now.
Yeah. You
call me an asshole, but I got bit by something. Fuck you. And I don't want you to come near my leg. That's very sensitive. Okay. I will say, though, if there's an elderly person or someone with a crazy fucking like gimp, dude, for sure, please go. Like, listen, I'll go right behind you. But all these other assholes can kiss my ass. Yeah. Real quick, you want to know fucking something that pisses me the fuck off, and it's just a matter of time, Chris. And luckily, Matt, like Matt's my boy. He'll never tell me like, "Hey, MJ, chill," even though I can see it in his eyes, But fuck, dude, one thing I can't stand, especially when you fork out money and you spend money for a seat that's a lot closer to the exit. When the plane lands, motherfuckers sprint from the back. And like you look and they're like right here, and you're like, "Yo, what are you?" I'm like, "Yo, what are you fucking doing?" Like, if I look, at first when I see someone next to me, I'm like, "Is it the person across from me?" I'm like, "No, they're still sitting there." Like, Who the fuck is this jackass? And it's like, and I had this the last time. I had this fucking. It was, luckily they're an elderly couple, and I wouldn't say elderly, but 60s, 50s, like old enough to know. I mean, not that old enough to where like, oh, like don't mind them. Like they should have manners, And they were just staring like cold stone to the front, like. And I'm like, hey, I was like, excuse me. I was saying, excuse me, and they're just like this, staring. And I was like,
God forbid they look at you. Yeah.
I was like, fucking so rude. I was like, you guys. I said, I was like, you guys are rude. I was like, this is so rude. And
it happens all the time, and then you get that twitch, like you start thinking I could just fucking elbow him right in the fucking head right now and take him out. But
what I hate is like I get into my head on how these people get away with it, and I'm like, dude, you could be the one to fucking either embarrass them, but it's like I don't want to be that one anymore. I'm trying to just be like, okay, go ahead, assholes, because there's other people out there that are at that stage in life who are just like. I don't want to say they let people run over them, but like, dude, at some point, I can't just keep up with all these piece of shit people who want to cut me in line. It's like getting mad. It's like getting mad. My biggest thing is like road rage, right? Like cut me off and shit like that. I've gotten a lot better. Like, especially if I'm microdosing, you can cut me off. I don't care. But I used to be like fucking like, dude, I would be willing to follow you until you park. And then why did you cut me off type of shit? Like, and which is very unsafe, especially in San Diego and so anywhere you go.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I'm trying to look at the whole traveling thing like that now because, traveling, dude, to just relating to what we were talking about being hurt and then traveling on top of that, it's just not fun, And then God forbid something happens to you on your way over here, and then you're not gonna have fun over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, then I'll be fucking miserable.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. But I'd like to get there, man. So.
But before we move forward, you are getting better. Recovery seems to be going better.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Can't complain. Yeah.
Good to hear. And then I want to say shout out to Jesse and the entire Freedom Breeder crew. Stainless steel racks built out of the United States. #1 racks since the 90s. I mean, did you ever have a Freedom Breeder rack back in your day?
I have 6 of them. Yeah.
Wow. What color were they? Were they white?
No, they were the gray ones, the stainless ones. But we had 6 of them, and a bunch of other ones. But yeah, that was in the days where they were only $3,000 shipped. I think you
No,
can.
like still, I mean, like that's still like back then. You understand there was money to be made, but not now. So even $3,000 on a rack back then is not like you got to be doing pretty good to be dropping 3 racks on a grand. I mean,
Oh,
three,
yeah.
three grand. Excuse me, dropping $3,000 on a rack back then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think still to this day, based off what I'm hearing, Freedom Breeders, the leading stainless steel rack company in the United States, if not the world, man. Shout out to Jesse and the entire Freedom Breeder crew. Thank you for your ongoing support. And then I want to say shout out to Sim Containers, my boy John and Alex over at Sim Container. If you got eggs, put them inside of a Sim box. Have you ever used a Sim box? I know Sim's been around for a while. Did you ever dabble with the Sim box at all back in your breeding days?
I have not. I have no. I Tupperware boxes, shoe boxes from wherever the fuck that company is, from Target. Okay, so
Right.
I never used a Sim container, but maybe I will in the future. Who knows?
Well, fuck, if you ever start breeding, I'm sending you a Sim Container, motherfucker.
Okay, all right.
You ain't even paying for one. Fuck that. I'm just saying, I would love to see you use one. And to go back to you using Tupperware, I mean, the good thing about this hobby, man, almost anything will work. If you could get creative with it, like, I mean, I cooked eggs inside of a Sterilite fucking little, container, plastic container before I got into Sims, and my eggs cooked just as good. It's just kind of like the same thing when you look at my Home Depot racks versus a Freedom Breeder rack. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the job done in a Home Depot rack, but bro, having my shit in a Freedom Breeder rack is just like, and then having your eggs in a see-through fucking beautiful, like, something like a Sims container, where you don't have to worry about, having to put food seal wrap over it and all that other shit. You can just put that lid on it and it's good to go. So I can't wait to see you. Oh, before we kind of move forward on this topic too, I mean, is there ever anything in your head that you know that you might ever want to breed again, other than what you have going on now?
No, I could care less. The thing is that I have a decent job. I do pretty well on the podcast. There's no point for me to just breed for the sake of breeding. Plus, if I were to move, if I had to go down to Texas or Tennessee, then absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying I would breed ball python.
It's a whole other ball game where you're at. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, you can't do shit here. The laws here are ridiculous. You can't have a snake over 7 feet. You can't. Ball pythons are even illegal in Manhattan.
Wow.
Okay, so you can't do shit here. So no, not currently, but if I move, yes.
Damn. Well, let's just hang out for a little bit and see what happens. All right, now what do you know about this guy, my boy?
Oh man, he's the man. Yep.
This guy, bro.
He fucking is always hooking it up, man.
He's the reason why I didn't like you in the beginning. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, well, he didn't like me in the beginning because I made some joke about him, and he on Cusco's show he was like, "Did you hear what that fat motherfucker in New York said about me?" And he played it, and
what?
Yeah, fucking. I went to Arlington, and he was at Arlington, and I did some recordings there. And literally, like fucking 13 hours later, Miguel is putting out a high-def video that's all edited and perfect from Arlington. And it took me like 3 weeks to put out just audio of the recording that I did there. And I was like, this son of a bitch, the next day put out something. And I was like, fuck Miguel Garcia. And but once he realized I was kidding, we became friends. So,
and let me ask you, in all honesty, how did you feel that podcast went with you and him, and the sitting down, because that's basically his very first podcast he's ever done.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it. Miguel is so fucking likable, man. I mean, he's like this charming dude that just comes off. And like, I was around when he was first buying shit, and I was hearing all the rumors like, who's this fucking Mexican in California dumping a ton of money into fucking ball pythons? And I was like,
fucking drug dealer.
well, yeah, totally. And I was like, well, he's dumping a ton of money into the hobby, so who the fuck cares, right? And then I saw collabs he did with Justin, and I saw all this other shit about him. And I just reached out. I had his wife on the show too. I mean, they're fucking awesome people.
Right. It's too funny, bro. Oh, that's too funny. I love Miguel. Thank you so much for your support on both ends, Miguel. I know you fuck with Chris and you fuck with me tough. And want to say shout out to the entire AEP family, Tina, Jesse, and shout out to the kiddos, man. I know this. I know you're not too keen on arboreal breeders. I know you know some arboreal breeders, right? But you know anything? You know anything about the basin breeders?
I know nothing at all.
Yeah, because there's barely any out there. That's why. This is my boy Alan right here, a good friend of mine. He's definitely somebody. Cool thing about Alan is like he had a big ball python collection. I don't want to talk too much about this, but he had a big ball python collection, and back in like I think I don't know what gene it was. I think during when the desert gene was in a lot of people were investing, and then a lot of people found out that they couldn't breed it, and then they got hit with that fucking like, oh shit, this is something I can't work with. And that like basically pushed him out of the ball python game, but then he went into the basin game, and now he's fucking full blown into these things that are not easy to breed, Chris. These things right here, I mean, I consider these a Ferrari of snakes. And
I know. You move them across the room, and they either die or they stop fucking breeding. So
I mean, I don't want to say that's not the case, but I mean, it could be something that easy for them to where like, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's very unfortunate. Freak things has happened. These are unfortunate, one of these snakes, but at the end of the day, he has well established, beautiful big adult basins that he's kept and he's breeding. And like I said, not hardly anyone's ever bred these. I mean, people have bred these, but to be doing it consistently back to back and to be really passionately dialed in on this is like something rare. Like you got to be a shoo-in for this. So anyways,
I like him already. That I love the fact that he's just not doing ball pythons.
Wait, hold on, let me finish. Dude, this year, okay, and I didn't really know this either, but we kind of talked about about a year ago, and he's like, hey man, I'm just letting you know at the end of the year, I have about 30-ish female ball pythons that are ready to go. I'm like, what? I was like, I thought you were out at ball pythons, and then he drops his whole game plan on what he's doing to get back into ball pythons. And I will say, with all due respect, he's not coming in like a schmuck. He's not coming in like a fucking like, oh, high hopes, like, okay, good. Or like asking people, hey, what should I, like he already knew what he wanted. He bought what he had. It's against the wall, and it's about to make him some mad money. And just be ready. Like I said, go follow my man Alan at Amazing Basins.
No, I'll definitely follow.
All you ball python breeders out there, especially because he will be revealing some of his heat that he's producing this year. And then, of course, if you're into basins, want to get into basins, that's my man right there, Alan at Amazing Basins. And then shout out to the
my boy
Blake Stewart Design. What a guy. Okay, I can't help but to preach how this guy has helped many big names in the hobby who obviously are doing this for a full time. Could honestly just sit back and just collect the money that they're collecting. But, you have people like Kabelka who's willing to rebrand themselves. You have people like, Garrett Hartle, who went through the brand change with Stewart Design. Not easy to do, man. But honestly, you have to be all in. And once you do it, man, I mean, look at the results. Like, look at Canova. I mean, a lot of people thought maybe Justin was fucking crazy. I'm one of them, right? For a split second, I did think he was fucking nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Like for a split second. And then I was like, wait, hold on. This is Kabelka. He has a plan. This motherfucker always has a plan. And then I kind of dug deep. Because he told me in person. So me and Justin, I didn't find out through Instagram or YouTube. He told me about this probably about 6 months before he launched it.
Prior to it, yeah, same with me.
And while he's talking to me, he's convincing me on like, oh, how good of an idea it is, But he also addressed his concerns too, because how many loyal JKR people there were out there and still are, but now it's Canova. But what I'm trying to say is fucking Blake Stewart had a lot, if not everything, to do that with that. You know what I mean? So shout to Blake Stewart. If you're somebody out there who's doing this for the full time, the real deal Holyfield, and you want to fucking invest with the best. I don't know why I keep saying these phrases. I don't mean to say these. I'm not trying to rhyme, but I'm just saying. Go to Stewart Design, SDidentity.com. Shout out to Blake Stewart. And then one guy I'm excited to bring up, a recent sponsor. I try not to get ridiculous with these sponsors because I have enough. I'm good, but these people want to support me, man. And this is somebody who I was not going to deny his support. He's somebody I look up to, and I know you know his name because he goes back deep as I think late 70s. Anyways, my boy Mark Bailey Reptiles.
Oh yeah.
Have you had the privilege of having Mark on your show?
I have not had Mark on, but I did meet Mark one time.
That would be good, bro.
Great
I would
guy,
love,
yeah.
I would love to have Mark on your show if you'd be down for that.
Yeah, no, I would just have Mark message me, or I'll message him, because I'd love to get him on this year, actually. So that'd be awesome.
He's super low key, but like, all you gotta be is a down to earth motherfucker, and he'll fuck with you. He's just not here for gimmicks. He's not here for clout, I guess you could say. He doesn't give a fuck about any of that. He doesn't post anything on Instagram. Literally, because I asked him, I'm like, hey, what do you want me to put in the description for people to follow? Like, because you don't give a shit about your Instagram. And he's like, yeah, just my Morph Market, and that's what you guys can go do if you want to see what availability Mark Bailey has on Morph Market. Please go to Morph Market right now, Mark Bailey Reptiles, and this guy fucking produces heat, been producing heat for years. Yeah, that'd be a good episode, man. Shout out to Mark Bailey Reptiles. Remind me, you've yet to been to a reptile super show, right? You've never been to a West Coast show yet, correct?
No, well, I have been to San Diego Urban shows,
right?
Day. I don't think I was at any. I was in a reptile show at Anaheim when I was there about 15 years ago, but no, I haven't been to any reptile super shows. I don't think so, at least.
Okay, well, shout out to Rami. Definitely somebody, I feel like definitely one of the forefront leaders of this industry, to bring that many people together, all for the love of an animal, is kind of what we need. And gotta say, hats off to Rami, hats off to the entire Reptile Super Show crew. Be ready for Anaheim, just around the corner. It's gonna be big, and I mean, you're no stranger to fucking Brian Potter and Bob Ashley, bro. NARBC, the Super Bowl of fucking reptile shows, man. God, I get pumped up about reptile super shows too, but like I said, I met groundbreaking people at fucking NARBCs, bro. Like, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? And Tinley is in October, but we have Arlington. There's actually, what's coming up next? There's Schaumburg. Schaumburg
is next, yeah.
Right. So shout out to everyone who's going to Schaumburg. My schedule's fucking through the roof in July. I got too many things going on, so I can't go to Schaumburg, unfortunately. But I know Schaumburg is going to be popping. Schaumburg has a really beautiful hotel. That hotel that's connected to the convention at Schaumburg is nice. Did you go to Schaumburg last year?
No. I've been to Tinley,
okay,
in Arlington, but no Schaumburg, no St. Louis.
Okay, and let me ask you this: everything goes right with your recovery. How is you going to like a Tinley this year?
I'm not going to Tinley. Fuck that. I'll go to Arlington. Tinley is just too much. It's just like it's like, instead of just 500 ball python breeders that are telling you how they've been doing this for a year and they're going to change the world, there's like 1,000 at Tinley. Okay, and just that that overproduction of ball pythons, I just can't take. So I'll stick with Arlington because it's smaller than Tinley, but it's it's big enough to still be like cool and badass and meet good people. So,
I mean, this has never happened, meaning I've never gotten a check. But what if Spotify sent us a check for like $10K? It was like, yo, go to.
I would go to Tinley in a heartbeat. I'd do anything for money.
Sign me up. I'm good.
Sign me up. Fucking, I'll be right there. Fucking. Lick Bob's balls. Fucking just.
I'm a hustler, bro. You never know, bro. I could arrange that. I don't know about Spotify, but there's somebody out there who'll fuck with us that tough. We'll see.
I believe it. I believe there are people that would do it. But if we do it too, like, would you get a table?
I mean, listen, the way we did it last time was like we barely got away with it because I almost lost my shit. I don't know if you noticed the way I did Kabelka, Kush, Rocky McVeigh, and who else?
It was in a different room afterwards, right?
No, dude, it was in the lobby. When you walk into the hotel, there's the bar to your left, and then there's the lobby to the right, and then another section where you get coffee and your breakfast in the morning, right? So we're kind of in the corner, but the only outlet is in the middle of this fucking like breakfast section where there's a table. And as we're setting up the show, there's nobody at the table. Like, it's kind of like blocked off, but not really. So we're good. There's nobody there. And as the show progresses, like, drunk people are walking in the hotel, right? And then they start sitting at that table, and I can't. And they're young, and then they're like, oh, they start looking. I notice that they look at us, and they're like, hey, look what they're doing. And then they notice that our cable is right in the middle of where they're sitting. And I noticed, and like I said, I'm watching like a hawk. I noticed one guy go like this, like touch it. Because if he would have plugged that, everything went like all the lights went off. It just would have been bad, you know? So, and I was like this close to saying something. Like, you know, I was, and this is why Justin's talking, of course. But luckily there was a person out there who like said, "No, don't do that," or something like that. But I don't know if the guy was going to do it, but trust me, I saw what the fuck was going on, you know?
Well, what TINLEY should have is, you know how most cons do it is they have like an audio alley where there's just 10 rows, of, or 10 podcasters, tables side by side, and people just go from one to the other, and it just gets things done so much quicker there. So if TINLEY were to do that, that'd be great.
10 podcasters at a Reptile show. I don't think that's...
Dude, there's 500 of them now. You know, they're walking around fucking taking video. I saw one douchebag fucking he took an hour-long fucking video of let's say the Super Show, right? No voiceover over it, just typical bullshit fucking free music over it, like that bound, and it was an hour. That motherfucker had 6,000 views on fucking YouTube. And I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous. So there's 500 of them now. I could deal with 10. You know,
I try not to overthink that too, because there are so many videos out there. You know, because I do, when you put so much into something, and you know, YouTube sends you analytics and all these numbers, you can't help but to look at them. You're like,
right.
I want to do better. And then you're like, you know, I look at other YouTube accounts and like non-reptile related, right? And these fucking, like, there's this guy who's like a meth head. Like, I don't know if he still does meth. Supposedly he's an ex-meth head, but all he does is talk about prison stories. And his fucking YouTube is like, he has average of like 60 to 70K per, and he's just all methed out talking. Like, he's just talking. And I'm just like, I can't even handle looking at him. And all these people in the comments are like supportive. And I wish I could be like that, but I'm like, okay, I got to go. This is weird. So yeah. I just like, I don't know, man. It doesn't take much. Like, as much as, you know, not that we're hating what we are on the whole, like, just recording and shit like that. I guarantee that was his thing, and he kept doing it and doing it and doing it. His shit would probably take off.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, I watch all these tech YouTubers that, you know, there's like, I watched this one chick, Sarah Dietschy. She's like fucking 28 years old. And every week she has about 40 grand worth of new tech equipment just handed to her. And she just reviews it. And she has like, I don't know, 4 million followers, 5 million followers. And it's so boring. But I still watch it all the time because fucking, you know, it's interesting. But the snake people, I mean, you get really fucking aggravated when some douchebag is just filming from his car. And you look and he has like 3,000 views. And you're like, motherfucker, like, how many friends does this dude have?
I can't. It's been a while, but like, I think there's only been a couple times where like, I'm like, all right, we're going to go live. You know, we do a sound check and they're in their car. And I'm like,
I hate that shit.
I'm like, are you going to be moving? Like, cause like, you know, obviously if you move, the connection's not going to be as,
of course.
And I try to tell people, find a spot where you want to be and be there. And that's it. You know, like, don't try not to move around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially people, I don't know if this ever happened to you before. Like you have a sound check, and people will move spots. They'll be like last minute, like, "Oh, I'm gonna move spots," right. And it's like a terrible connection. Yeah. And it's like you're just sitting there, like
all of a sudden they're in a room in the house that has zero internet, and it was just perfect 10 fucking minutes ago. And but I love all the people where like I have to do it. I have to make sure that I'm in front of my cages. Make sure that people know that I'm a snake breeder. I'm like, yeah. Like literally every dude. I'm like, dude, go in your living room and do it. Go in your backyard. I have no fucking, you know, the other thing, and not to really go off on a tangent, but I hate when these douchebags, when they're streaming on this 720 bullshit fucking StreamYard, and they're showing off their dumb fucking snakes. Like you have an idea of what that snake looks like because it's in low res on fucking a streaming platform. Get the fuck out of here. Don't waste the time. I hate that shit.
I don't know. Like, I mean, you know, I'm sure everyone has their own motive on why they're doing a podcast. You know, I feel for the most part, it's going to bring them attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's
of course. Yeah.
You And that's why I see some people like bringing 30 people on their podcast, and you're like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, there's all these fucking like, and I can understand like a Zoom call, like where it's like this is just us talking, but like for this to be an episode, like what are we?
Yeah.
What's this episode about? Like what are we?
Oh
like,
yeah. Well, what's worse is Instagram, like the Instagram lives, where you're getting all these fucking jerk offs, fucking throwing fundraisers for these idiots that lost their jobs. And they're like, we got to help Bill feed his snakes. You know what? Bill has been making bad decisions all his fucking life. So stop fucking giving this guy money that'll buy him a month, and then he'll still be, get kicked out anyway. And the thing with Instagram is when you click on it, they fucking know that you were there. Right. And then they try to bring you into it. And I hate that part about Instagram.
Yeah. And, it's that, yeah, you got to be careful with that. Wait, what were we talking about just before that? I was going to fucking say something.
The hobo handouts. That's what a lizard mom calls it. It's like, Charlie lost his job. He can't afford to fix his car. Yeah.
Okay. So one thing I try, like, I'm very passionate, Chris, like meaning like, I don't want my close people to fuck up. Especially like, if I give you instructions on how to do something, just please stick to the instructions and you'll be okay. You know what I mean? And if you don't, you keep coming back, then you're going to see kind of different versions of MJ, like I just have attention span of this, so, but one thing that I can't stand is like any of my fucking trappers or any of my Patreon members getting scammed or bamboozle, and I'm not talking about an ad, I'm not talking about buying something, which we do talk about that too in the Patreon group, but just like, hey man, dude, and this was so suspect. Check this out. So this guy, okay, and I don't know if I ever saw proof, but supposedly this guy came home to a dead collection, and his theory that his neighbor broke into his pad.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, and I know exactly who you're talking about.
Like, okay, this is easy. For you to have a theory like this, show the video. There has to be. And if you don't have a video, then and like literally that's like, it's a story that he was comfortable going live about, telling the whole fucking world. And he got a couple of my own Patreon members feeling bad for him, trying to tell us to donate. And I was like, no. I said, fuck this shit. Okay. First off, my fucking Canadian homie Harry, Cowboy Harry, he had a fire in his collection. Didn't tell nobody. He was down. He hit me up. We talked about it, and I felt so bad. But he didn't fucking make a public thing about it or anything like that. He took the loss and he rebuilt. So, and I feel like everyone's so quick to get other people to want to be like, oh man, let's rally for him. You know what I mean? Like let's all. And it's always people who are just not even really like affiliated in the game. Like they're just really just like sticker swappers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and also they're the people like, I begged so-and-so not to tell everybody about this and do this fundraiser. And, I'm a man and I got to take care of my family. But yeah, you begged them not to tell anybody about it, but you're still going to take the fucking money, you fucking douche. So fucking, it's unbelievable how many people just scam people out of money on this thing. And even if you lost your job, I don't give a fuck. You should have had money put away, you fucking idiot. So
I mean, like us giving you money is not gonna bring like really your problems, away. I take the problems away. Like you're just gonna be in another hole again. Yeah, life is meant to put you in holes no matter what. You're always gonna be in a hole.
That's fucking right,
dude. You don't need a fucking GoFundMe account all the fucking time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And anyways, one thing I did notice when I was kind of like being like, oh, let me follow people, let me see who else is out there. When I got up to 900 people that I was following, wow, what a joke that was.
Yeah,
I was seeing fucking people taking rescues and then asking people for money to help with their rescues.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And they had like 30, 40,000 followers, and I'm like, what?
Yep.
And and they have their GoFundMe link right there, like, hey, my followers, drop me some money so I can take care of my animals. Like, bitch, dude, this ain't no like, what the fuck is happening right here? You know what I'm saying?
It's unbelievable how people just find it okay to just ask for money now. A guy I saw in the comments said e-begging, and that's exactly what it is. It's so fucking bad.
What's e-begging?
Well, electronic begging. So
right.
So Now I will say, if a hot chick says I need some money,
Oh, here we
I'll dump some money on that. That's no problem. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, spend it on whatever you want, whatever.
I feel like you would tell her what you'd have to tell her, and then you would pay her.
yeah. I'd just be like, listen, you're hot. I'm gonna send you money. Do what you want with it, but fucking.
You're hot. Here you go. Take
yeah. But if you're ugly and fat, no money for you. Okay, so that's just the way it goes.
Clean the dirt off the back of your neck. Keep it moving. Oh my god! All right, listen. Before we get out, we haven't got out of the intros yet, but it's all good. Listen, US Arc, baby. Let's support US Arc. Goss, thank you for everything that you do. I can tell you right now, big reason why I love going to these shows is hanging out at the US Arc auctions, man. This is and I could tell, man. Next time I see you either at Arlington or something like that, I'm gonna have a seat with your name on it at my US Art table. We're gonna have a fucking
yeah.
So, but anyways, man, thank you to anyone out there who supports US Arc. If you're a US Arc member, a salute to you. And if you could please head over to YouTube and subscribe to the US Arc YouTube channel. That way you're up on all the current events. And yeah, man, just stay aware, stay woke. Don't get slept on. I'm telling you right now, this is not a joke. Thank you, Phil Goss. I appreciate you so much. And dude, Matt, there's 300. I haven't clicked on the comments yet, but there's 390 now. 410 comments I haven't even looked at. There's mad people in the early birds. So why don't we say hi to some people in the early birds and we'll get
let's say hi.
Shout out to the homie Barber J over at what's your reptile name, bro? I feel so bad. Reptilian something. Anyways, he cuts sick ass hair and he's from Indianapolis. That's my boy Jay out of Indianapolis. Damn, I'm a dick, huh? How do I forget?
I thought you said Barber J. I'm like,
no, Barber. Yeah, he's a barber, so I call him Barber J. His name's Barber J. Actually, Forrest gave him that name, Barber J. So he's one of those homies from back in Indy. So shout out to the homie Jay. Thanks for tapping in. And then shout out to the homie Foster.
Oh yeah, Foster's awesome. Yeah.
He's from Canada, so I'm surprised you know him. I thought you didn't give a fuck about Canadian breeders.
Oh yeah, no, I liked him. I haven't seen him on the last podcast he did. That he was good. He was fucking good. I like him.
Did you see him on the show I had when the first episode he was on with me, and he took the fucking fattest dab, bro. Like, I don't know, I didn't tell him to. Like, this was here, dude. You want to know something funny, Chris? You're gonna laugh. So when I first started, to do these series, right? I had Trap Talk, and then I was like, I'm gonna bring international guests on, right? So I started international coffee and dab session, and I was like, I'll start bringing Canadian breeders, UK breeders on Saturday mornings. That way it's easier for people in different countries to tap in, right?
Right.
So anyways, I got Foster on, and other people assume this too, but they thought coffee and dabs mean like they had to do like they had to smoke, like it's a part of the show. Right. And really, that's just what I do. Like, that's just me in the guest. I'm enjoying the guests, right? So the show start, like I'm like, all right, guys, here's Foster, genetic intuition, and he like, dude, I'm gonna send you the link, bro. He drops a rock like this fucking big into his rig, and he's like and coughing. And bro, I want to say the first 40 minutes, he's like this on the show, just and the way he was talking so low, he was like, I was like, dude, you are fucking ripped. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to hold it in, he's like, I'm trying to hold it together or something. That's what, dude. Anyways, I gotta send you the link. And that's
well, he's in Manitoba now, I think, right? And he looks like a dude that looks like they're from Manitoba. Okay, so
they all look like fucking like lumberjacks out there, or what?
Yeah, they all look like fucking the Travis Walton, the guy that got fucking abducted by the aliens. So fucking they all look like that. So
he looks like a Viking, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Foster. Shout out to Lizard Morse.
Oh, that's my boy right there.
Is he from Australia?
Yeah, he's from Australia. Luke, he's fucking incredible, man. He's so funny.
Luke, I've been told from multiple people to bring this Luke guy on. I need to get him on.
Yeah, he's great.
He'd be good for international guests. But the Australian, so there's a couple Australian guests I want to bring on, and their hours are fucked up. Like
they're 18 hours ahead of us. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally it's like 8 hours, and I can calculate that. And I was trying to bring, I don't want to throw the name out there, but I was trying to bring this one Australian guest, Australian breeder, keeper, whatever on, and we agreed on a time. And I was like, wait, hold on, what time is it? We're at 18 hours, and I was like, holy shit, that's 2 a.m. my time. I was like, that ain't gonna work. And so we had to like kind of reschedule so I could kind of really see what time would work. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
I think I interviewed Luke at like 1 in the afternoon, and it was something like 4 in the afternoon there.
Okay, that
So,
sounds all right. That's
the
feasible.
next day, obviously, but
Right. Shout out to Luke. Appreciate you, Luke. Shout out to my boy Mike over at 1776 Exotics. One thing I like about this guy, dude, he's fucking diverse. He started with ball pythons, started killing it, but now he has chondros and he's getting into some real sick shit, man. So appreciate your support. Patreon member all day, every day. Shout out to Homie Deviant Glass. Thanks for tapping in. Shout out to Homie Jersey Guy Balls. Thanks for tapping in. Homie Jake Hole. Thanks for tapping in.
yeah, Jake is cool too.
Homie Jake, yeah, good guy right here. The homie Royal Bama Reptiles. Thanks for tapping in. And I know we know this girl. She rocks both of our.
Oh my God, fucking Lily is so hot, right? It's insane how fucking hot Lily is. It's like, fuck, man.
Poor Lily. I mean, dude, listen, Lily's rolling a trap fest and she's coming with her husband. Her husband's no joke. So I'm just, I'm just saying for any guys out there who are going to be going to trap fest, because I would say a lot of my friends perv out on her just as well. So, she is taking, fellas. Just relax, please.
Yeah, no. I love the chicks that are taken and the dudes that think that they have a shot. But in all fairness, the hot women that listen to you and me, they're really the only hot women on the planet that would fuck like a lizard guy or a snake guy or a bug guy. It's like, so you want to keep on. So whenever you see like a married hot chick in our group, you know why she's married, because he's like, that snake guy found her and he was like, fucking put a ring on that shit,
That was me and Lily for sure.
Yeah.
Right here. Well, good shit. Listen, I can say one thing I love about Lily. This Lily here is that she on the solo trip went down to a Pomona Reptile Super Show and experienced what it was like to just kind of interact at a show and kind of network herself. And she had a fucking killer time. She killed it. And it's cool to see somebody like that, because I mean, shit, she has a family, she's a mother, and she just fucking went on a straight adventure like if she was like an 18-year-old or 19-year-old,
Yeah,
and
no, Lily is a fucking badass, man. I mean, she's very fucking cool.
Real deal shit. Thank you, Lily.
I didn't mean to say she's only hot. She's hot and she knows her shit. Okay.
Dude, and she got her first clutch too. So respect to her. She's not just here for to be a good looking girl. She's here to really be a breeder too. So she's
right. But if she was here to just be a good looking girl, that's fine too.
Yeah, I knew that would be you.
Right, yeah.
Lily, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Patreon member all day, every day, and she's coming to Trap Fest. Cannot wait to kick it. And then shout out to the homie Calvin Garcia. Do you know this young player right here?
He just friended me today, actually. Yeah.
He's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, but in a good way.
He looks a little weird. But he looks like the dude that would hide behind the teacher in a school shooting kind of thing. But he seemed fucking cool, with me. So it's all good.
I call him Baby Huey because he's so young, but he's gigantic. He's like 6'4". He's a little freeholding man, but he's definitely a force to be reckoned with here in the near future. He has a lot of sick animals, little bunch of different species, and he's actually coming on the show Monday for New Breeder on the Block series.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you guys tap in for that because you guys can get to know my boy Calvin a little more. And don't get it twisted. He is a part of trap security in the family, and he will fucking chokeslam you. Okay. He kind of gets that aggression to where you're like, okay, let's stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's calm it down a little, dude. Fuck it. All right, you're at a 9, and I need you at about a 3. Okay, so
shout out to homie Aaron. Thank you so much for tapping in. HP Reptiles, Trap Talk Patreon family member all day, every day. Thanks for tapping in. Sunshine State Sulfurs, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. The homie Julio Fulio, what is good? Thanks for tapping in. Trap Talk Patreon family member all day, every day. Chantel, Pacific Rim Serpents, thanks for tapping in. Hey guys, I love that you're here, but I got so much to talk about with the homie, and I'm just gonna end it with the homie high as balls. Okay, appreciate all the support. Thank you. Let's not listen. There are some super chats. Let's at least get the super chats in there.
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, hold on. Shout out to me Jay Royals right here. This guy's
fucking yeah, Josh Jensen, man.
Yeah, Josh is the man. Please go give him a follow on Instagram. And my good buddy Brandon Wheeler over at Morelia House. Oh, look, got Billy in the building. What is up, Billy?
Look at that, fucking Billy. Yeah.
He don't fuck around. He's here for a reason. Let's see. God damn, there's so many fucking goddamn comments.
Shane.
Shane in the building. What's up, Shane? We got Antoine dropping a dub. My bros, thank you so much. Please go give my boy Antoine a follow on Instagram. Dude, I was so happy when and also too, like I was already, I don't want to say won over, but I was already liking you at this point. And then when he became your champion for
15 minutes, yeah.
Game, dude, such a good episode, first off. But like he was really happy, like genuinely happy to win that, dude. Like he low key, that was a huge goal for him to be on your show, man.
Yeah.
And for him to do that and to hear him actually accomplish that goal, I don't know. I gotta say kudos to you for having that 15 minutes of lame session. How's that actually going, by the way? What's that schedule like? That's always a part of every episode, right?
Yeah, every episode, and I'm backlogged until the new year. The one rule is if you call an ex to be on it, you can't be on it.
Dude,
but like I have to have heard of you before at least.
Okay, what about this? What if somebody is giving you props and they say, "I will be on your show someday"? That's okay, right?
That's okay. But you know what's fucked up is when we were running the contest, there's always inevitably these dickheads that say, I'm not really gonna campaign to win the contest because I'm gonna do such amazing shit that you're gonna ask me to be on in 2 years anyway. And right there, I'm like, yeah, fuck off. You'll never be on again. So fuck you.
If it's a ball python breeder saying that, yeah.
There was only one kid that asked to be on, and I let him on because he was fucking 17 when he asked. And I was like, when you get 18, ask me again because you got balls to ask to come on. And I thought I'd never hear from him again. And son of a bitch, as soon as that motherfucker turned 18, he called me. And I was like, fuck. I told him I'd have him on. So
I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I like that when there's a kid in a fucking Shark Tank of these old ass kids, basically. Yeah. Like that's all we are. We're a bunch of old ass fucking kids.
Yep.
And, I always say too, like, a lot of my good close friends in this game are in their low 20s, mid 20s, but they fucking act more mature than my 30, 40-year-old friends. Like if you're in this game at a young age and you're really about it, there's something about you that just becomes an old soul. I don't know what it is, but you mature very quickly in this shit.
Well, there's one thing if you can ask your 20-year-old friends, where the fuck are these 20-year-olds getting 40 and 50 and 60 grand to fucking invest in the ball pythons these days? Because when I was 20, I did not have 40 grand to fucking buy a Sunset and a fucking, stranger. So it's fucking insane. I don't know where these people are getting their money from.
I will say, if we could kind of revert back to the homie Calvin Garcia, I met him when he was 16 years old, and he would ask me about snakes on my story, and he was asking me about clown combos, and I was like, I don't want to be a dick to him. I was like, but these are $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 snakes. I was like, you're 16. I ain't trying to talk to your mom. Like, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking to myself, right? And then, sure enough, I think that the following summer, I hatched out an etchy blade clown. And he's like, how much do you want for it? I told him the price. I was like, if you want this, and he's like, all right, I'll have it in 2 days. And I'm like, what? I was like, you're 17, fool. Like, what do you mean? And boom, he had the money. And I was like, damn. I was like, do I need to talk to your mom? And like Calvin, he's always had jobs. Like he's like I'm telling you, man, you meet this guy, he has cowboy boots. Like he looks like he's already like a foreman for a fucking construction company. Like he has been grinding and this is like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kind of respected him after that. I was like, all right, I guess I won't judge you as much. I'm sorry, like fuck yeah. And then, dude, he kept buying more shit from me. And then we grew this relationship to where like he was so interested in these other species, where like it came down to where I had to let go some of these rare species I was working with because I'm trying to buy a house. And dude, and he was right there, like, bro, hello, I want them. I'm like, bro, listen, I was like, if I tell you this price, you're probably gonna fucking run away. And he did it. And he fucking, dude, I'm not gonna say anything, but he dropped mad money with me last year. I couldn't believe it. But he also has Timors, scrubs. This guy's collection is amazing right now. So I can't wait to talk more about it. But I gotta say that, somebody like Calvin, he wasn't, I don't want to say he was born poor, but his parents aren't feeding him to fucking just buy all these animals. This motherfucker, he's working, like he's, multiple jobs type working to pay for this shit. So I will say, I that's a rare case. I'm very sure.
I was gonna say, but I'm sure there's a couple of them out there doing the same thing.
Maybe a couple, but for the most part, motherfuckers came into this with money. Either got money coming out of high school or I don't know, motherfucking parents got money, bro. Like, that. And, if I will say this, Chris, especially right now, if I was in a position where I could either send my kid off to a 4-year college, or he wanted to sit back and be like, Dad, how can I just like do this? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I would say fuck the 4-year college.
Yeah, of course. I would say the same thing. Yeah.
You can always go to, I was like, if you really want to go to school in 5 years after you just made fucking a few $100,000 off this shit, then pay for your school and go to school. But obviously if that's what he wanted, he would have to approach, or he or she would have to approach me with that want. I would never force it on him.
Right.
But call it like that whole like you have to go to school thing. Wow, what a trap that was! Like, fuck
that. Yeah, that's crazy.
That country still like falls for that gimmick. There's still people being, raised with the mentality where, all right, you're going to college right out of high school when they have abilities to possibly be an entrepreneur. But it's also a scary thing too. I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, do we have any more super chats? I think we have one more. Hold on, let me see. Make sure I get to show everyone love who's dropping super chats. All right, I was on Snake Talk with Brian BARCZYK. I was on Snake Talk with Brian. Oh yeah, that's right, Snake Talk. I was like, wait, I put that together. I would love to link up with either one of either of you legends.
Well, I'll tell you what, bitch. Fucking, it's gonna cost you more than $5. All right, so fucking juice that shit up to 50. You could be on my show next month.
I mean, it was such a bold request. It's like, come on, bro. Like, at least can you even out the $5? Like, at least put like at least.
Yeah, for $5, it was like I'm not gonna take your dick in my mouth for $5. For 50, I'll fucking do it. Fucking drop that $50 super chat and fucking it all goes to USR, right? You could come on. You know what? And Lily just had her first clutch too. She's coming on in 15 minutes. So.
Oh, good. There we go. And that's called priority. That's called moving up the ranks, motherfuckers. What are you gonna do about it? All right, cool. Listen, thank you to everyone who's tapping in. And can we get the likes up? I haven't even looked at the likes. How many likes do you think we're at? We got 136 people, 37 people watching. What the fuck? 80 likes? Hell no. We are not. Yeah. Before we get into this podcast, we haven't even gotten into shit, by the way. This is just the intro. So before we get into things, can we please get the likes? I understand you're looking at two fucking OGs right now and you're like, holy shit, but hit the like button. It's free. Especially if you're a YouTube fucking accountant already, hit that like button and we're going to get these cracking. Again, thank you for everyone who's tapping in. And let's get going on this, Chris. First off, everything is good on your end, right? I mean, you're doing how many shows once a month or no, once every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I'm doing twice a month, and then I'll do the occasional specials, for YouTube only. I don't know how you do 3 fucking shows a week. It's fucking insane, especially with some of these people that I'm just like, you're giving them 2 hours a piece. I'm just like, fuck that. Then I'm going to feel bad when I call them and offer them 15 minutes. They're going to yell at me. They're going to be like, I was just on MJ's for 2 hours. And I'm going to be like, I don't know what to tell you, but you're cranking out 3 shows a week. I know the amount of work that is. That's insane.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to do 4, but like I didn't want to get desperate. I don't want to get desperate with my international guests. International guests, it's really hard. Not that there's not enough, but it's just like I'm not gonna just say fuck it. I'm gonna get someone last minute. Like I want somebody I really want to give that slot to. You know what I'm saying? So right now, consistently 3. I am finally bringing somebody back this Saturday from Canada, the homie Johnny Pythons. So that would be good. But I have. Like the homie Dennis.
Oh shit! God damn it! That fucking Berm donor fucking called my shit and gave $50. All right, fucking email me, you fucker. All right.
Did he really?
Yeah, he really did. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's fucking awesome, man. All right.
Oh, he did drop it. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. What about my show now, motherfucker? $52 if you want to come on Trap. I'm just kidding. Listen, that's awesome. That's awesome. Fuck it. Hey, wait, whoa. That doesn't earn you priority. You're on the list. Let's just put it there.
Yeah, on the roster. He's on the schedule. Yeah,
but there's no date yet.
No date, but fucking it'll fucking work. But no, I'll definitely have him on. I threw down the gauntlet and he fucking hooked it up. So
I love that. That's balls. I love that. Now, okay, do you ever feel like I mean, I'm sure at some point maybe this, but do you ever have a fear of like not having any more guests that you're really wanting, like having interest of bringing on? Like even if it's a newcomer, do you ever feel like, fuck, dude, like, or anything like that?
No, because the thing is that I really don't give a fuck about snake people. So, back in, 15 years ago, I was a musician out in Hollywood, and I know a ton of musicians, and I'll just call the musicians to come on, like and because they have more interesting stories anyway. So I don't really worry about running out of guests. What I do worry about is having a dude on for 2 hours where I have to carry the whole fucking thing, and they have no personality at all. That's just the worst.
I mean, you guys will see if you guys put it together. If and I don't want to. I feel bad because this will happen again, obviously. But if I do anything less than an hour and a half, sorry, I'm just
waiting to hit end. Yeah,
this is hurting me. And Bill, real quick to Bill Stiegel. I feel so bad about this because Bill Stiegel, right? Obviously we know Bill. Shout out to Bill. I had him on the show, but this was coming out of my surgery, and this is when I had ass surgery, bro. Like I had something crazy scenario.
Oh, what are you, Ralph Davis? Okay, all right, fun, cool.
I don't want to talk about it, but it was terrible. It's something where like this should have happened when I was like 80. Why is this happening now? It was a fucking freak thing, but hurting down sucked. Okay, let's just put it that way. But I had that show with Bill, didn't want to cancel it. And I did the show, but 30 minutes in, I wanted to give up. Like I wanted to tap out. But I pushed it through to an hour and a half, and he kind of took it like, because a lot of my other shows were 3 hours, 2.5 hours, and he's like, I had another bottle of wine ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, but I'm leaking.
Well, what's great about Bill is when he did your show, I think you were going to his house, right?
Yes, that's exactly. Yep.
That's the show where he was scheduled to be on mine the week after, and I didn't know that he was going to be on your show. Right. So when I found out that he was going to be on your show, I'm like, dude, I'm pushing you back to fucking August now, all right? Because being on, 2 or 3 shows in a month doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help Bill. It doesn't help me, And because of that, I now have a form that everybody has to sign that they won't go on any other podcast 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after the projected date that we're going to have them on.
You got me back, though. You want to know how you got me back? Well, other than Miguel, which you have no room to talk, bro. That was the biggest one that you stole from me, okay? But another one you stole from me was Focus Cube. I had Focus Cube lined up, and they literally did it. When do you do yours? Wednesdays, right?
Well, no. I drop on the 1st and the 15th of every month. But I didn't even do Focus as a main. I just did them as part of my Conroe episode.
See, okay, so check this out. They wanted help with their shot, and I love Stephen and Ashley. Shout out Stephen.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah.
But they were like, "Hey, MJ, do you mind like running us through like equipment, like setting us up? We have a show with Chris Eaton before yours." And I'm like, "What? Before mine? No, that doesn't happen." Like I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Time out. First off, we're rescheduling. Okay, I'm willing to help you. Let's help you. Let's help you out. But guess what? You're not coming on the show now. Like I'm pushing this back, unfortunately." Right. Because like anyone else, no offense to anyone else's podcast out there, but I don't give a fuck who you bring on. I'll take them right after that. Anyone else, right? But you, I wouldn't want to like. It's just we're too similar, right? As far as like the way how real we are, and I just feel like you would get a lot. Like you're able to get enough out of the guests where it would be almost too not repetitive, but like not the same. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was like I said, you didn't know obviously, and I didn't know about Bill at all because honestly, I laughed because I think that was a time where I was like I was like whatever with you at that time. I didn't like this is like after you jacked my Miguel episode, right? So I was still like whatever. So when I found out when he was like, "Yo, I was supposed to be on Chris's show," and I was like, "Yes."
Well, it's funny because I think with Ashley and Steven, it was actually just showing up for a Zoom call that they bought all that shit.
Right.
And I was like shocked. I was like, fucking, you guys bought, a Rodecaster and fucking 2 other mics, just to come on a Zoom call. But you know who? Luke from Luke Stratford, Lizard Morphs in Australia. He was saying, I got him before you. and Luke went out and spent like $700 on new equipment and everything else. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. But you didn't have to do that, man. It's like, that's a lot of money to spend. So,
and one thing, it's you would have to be very close to my heart for me to sit there and walk you through shit, because this shit's tedious. And
yeah, oh my God,
some people like just don't get it. And like, I'll sit there and be like, bro, you need to click on edit. You need, and they're just like looking around like, God, and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck,
Yeah.
But you have to be tech savvy in a way. You gotta be quick with, especially if you're gonna buy equipment like ours. Like you gotta make sure this shit's tapped in right. And you're obviously gonna go through some trial and errors no matter what. That's just a part of the game, the part of growing in this. But that's so funny.
Well, I love it now. Where there you go, fucking Carissa's fucking making shit happen.
Mama Beyond, thank you.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. But before I did my first podcast, I had $7,000 worth of equipment on my desk, and I was like, man, what if this doesn't work? Then I just blew all this fucking money. And now these motherfuckers are just opening up a laptop using the laptop microphone, and they're fucking calling it a podcast. And I'm like, God damn it! Like, am I overkilling it every fucking episode or? But the difference is I don't just do a live and publish it. I do a produced hour and a half. So it's like fucking that's the part where I think I made the mistake, because it's a lot of fucking work.
I'm not gonna lie, man, this is a curveball. This is not on our agenda, but it just popped in my head right now, so I want to talk about it. What's your opinion out there? Because okay, I try with the Reptile YouTube channels, man. It just doesn't work. I try. There's a few of people that I can watch their vlogs. I like it, and that's about it, but not much. Okay, so majority of the other stuff I watch is not Reptile related. I can't help, because as much as I don't want to say that I enjoy the new era of rap music, but some of it I do like and I enjoy. And I can't help to get news updates. Motherfuckers are getting shot and killed almost every day. So like I can't help but to hear, well, what happened now? You know what I mean? It's fucked up, but I'm a guy who likes to watch cops. Like I'm that guy. Like I like that true crime shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this one guy, and I had him on my show. I don't know if you noticed it, and it was super random. But his name's Milk74. He's a white gangbanger from a black gang called Hoovers, the Hoovers in LA. But he's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers because he does these reaction videos. Like he reacts to certain videos that are on the internet, right? And a lot of it is related to like either a rapper portraying himself to be something that he's not, like completely, because he's somebody really from a gang. Like he's really like put in work, he's done his thing, he's been locked up. And then you have these other people that are just portraying, like going like just faking it, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I love that he kept exposing these people. And I was like, dude, this is and dude, he was literally sitting down on his balcony with an iPhone, hitting record, and he's almost at 100,000 subscribers right now just by doing that, right? And he's doing it. He found a rhythm, and he's really good. But here's what I'm bridging to right now. I don't know if you noticed recently. I think we talked about like the weird shit people do, like live feedings and stuff like that, and like the stuff people do to kind of get attention on their platforms. And Nerd, right? So Nerd's fucking video guy, Donnie, did like he I don't know how many. I don't follow Nerd. You know, I don't nothing against them or anything. Like I respect Kevin's work, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow Nerd's content. But I can't help when they drop something where it's an exposing video. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I. What do you think these exposing videos do to their content? It blows up. These numbers are huge. Yeah. And now I see like the way I'm sure Donnie's kind of doing his homework is he's seeing what else kind of content gets fucking attention out there, and it's exposure. It's shit that's like exposing, especially to a community like us, the reptile community. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel. This is how I do feel. Nerd is nobody to expose anybody. First off, like that's like calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck? So, but I also see a lot of points where I'm like, dude, this is like this shit does need attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But do you feel like that kind of shit should keep going? These kind of reactions, as far as I'm sorry, these kind of videos where they're exposing shit like that. What do you feel like?
I don't care if they do or not, to be honest with you. It was funny because when they did that exposing last one with Derek's Reptiles and that other guy, the alligator guy. Um, I was just like, you could tell the guy's going for shock value, and that's okay to go for shock value, right? But fucking, it is a little bit like, all right, guys, do we really got to have these live feedings on? Because you're not getting it. It's an ironic thing because you're not getting reptile people telling you that the live feeding videos are awesome. You're getting these fucking degenerates that fucking like watching things bleed and watching things suffer. You're getting those people to watch you. So it doesn't even matter if your numbers are getting up, but you just want the attention. If there was less of that, I think I'd be happy. And as far as, I never met Nerd's guy, the guy that's doing the videos. I have met McCurley before, and McCurley's, nice enough. But if he found his niche, then fucking knock it out of the park, man. Fucking, I'll tell you one thing. He did expose the video that I saw. He did better exposing than most other videos that I saw.
I mean, listen, I've had my past with Donnie. He like name dropped me one time or something. I don't really know what the backstory is, but I back in my recovering days of my anger, and not that I'm fully recovered, but like I was really in a bad place, and somebody sent me a screenshot of him or something of him talking shit about my podcast, and I fucking went off. Like I just I was like, all right, you gave me a reason to fucking go off. And that was like 2 years ago, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying here I'm fucking, I don't really know what they got going on there. I respect what Kevin's done. I respect he wrote books. I respect that I hear stories of his legacy with other people on the show. I respect all that, but they are a part of something that is on the extremists, meaning like they as much as they're downsizing shit now, they were at one point all about the views of doing extreme.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And like I don't like, dude, if you're about the animals, why do you need to do all that? Like, but that's how YouTube is goddamn. Sorry, YouTube, don't flag me, but YouTube could be the devil for people like that, man. Like it's like, and I don't know. I feel like one thing YouTube's doing good now is making it a lot harder to make fucking money off shit. Where back then motherfuckers were racking so much money off one video because it was so uncommon back then. Like,
yeah, but didn't BARCZYK used to do that too? Like with all the fucking with that guy Chewy, when the snake.
Oh, that's Jay. That's Jay. That was Jay and Chewy. Wait, was it? Wait.
No, that was BARCZYK and Chewy. Yeah, that was BARCZYK.
Did they have a Mexican dude too named Chewy, or what was the fuck?
No. Chewy was a white guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Juan Infante. Yeah, no, Juan is my friend of mine. Yeah.
What's up with these breeders? Let's get ourselves a Mexican and fucking. Let's get ourselves a Juan and a fucking Chewy. But anyways, I mean, dude. Okay, listen. This kind of goes to where BARCZYK not being a perfect person has his past. Being, I feel like, on that level of putting shit out there that was extreme, but also he was the starter of all that. Like he was kind of an originator of putting this kind of content out there before wannabes started fucking trying to become a different version of him and just not doing the same. And I don't know, man, like it must, I don't want to give no excuses of whatever BARCZYK has done in the past that's wrong, which I don't know what that is, but I mean, it must be tough being BARCZYK, bro. Like to have to be a part of something that like you're carrying a torch where like you're basically setting the fucking the layout of this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like overall he's done a really good job. I really have.
Well, I agree with you there. I think that he owned up to his mistakes, and he even talked about it one time where he was like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have shown all these biting videos." But the thing that people forget is fucking watching people get bit by snakes and mauled by tigers, and it's fucking funny, man. I mean, it's fucking like I'm gonna watch it no matter what, I saw a video where a guy was riding on an elephant and a tiger jumped out of the fucking
in India. I saw that one. That was crazy.
Probably one of my best videos that I've ever seen. I laughed my ass off.
I probably watched that like a million times. That fucking shit just like, I was like, how did someone die? Like what happened?
Shit is terrifying, right?
I hate those videos where you don't see like the actual mauling.
Well, exactly.
Because oh my god, that's one thing I did to myself as a kid, and I wish I would have never done it. But like, I was a sneaky little bastard in the video stores. Like I went to the adult section, you know what I mean?
And
and I would come. I've talked about this before, but I come across many faces of death video.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
scenarios of all these people dying, and a lot of it was animals killing people. Which, like, I hated seeing the animal get killed. Like, there was ones of like people fucking torturing animals, and I was getting so mad. I remember being a kid, like wanting to break the tape, but like I could almost handle seeing the human get eaten, even though it fucked me up too. Like I felt like I was forcing myself to watch it, and I'm not into that shit now at all. Trust me, I don't like that. I don't really agree to my decisions I think I was 6. I was so young, bro. Like, I don't know how my dad let me rent this shit. Like, I would sneaky just be like, all right, here you go. And he'd be like, just, I don't know.
I remember Faces of Death, man. And I remember that it was a series. It was an ongoing thing.
Many of them. There's like 5 of them.
Yeah. And they had one thing where in like Indonesia or somewhere, they would trap these monkeys by the head.
Crack his head
and they would just start eating their brains while the monkey was still alive. Yeah. And then it came out, like 5 years later, all of that shit was set up and made up. So but back then you didn't know. There was no internet fucking telling you it was wrong right off the bat. You had to wait for people to figure it out. So
right. Fuck, what a time. Let's see. We still got some more super chats, man. I want to shout all these out. Shout out to the pet shop, $1.69. Hey, at least you don't have any requests. We'll take the $1.69.
No, we'll take it. Fucking. But why? Look, Megaconda, $1.60. So I wonder if that pet shop is Vanessa.
It is Vanessa.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
And they're up to no good right now. I guarantee.
Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, you could totally tell. They've been up to no good for the last 2 days.
Oh, jeez. Calvin, thank you so much. What does that even mean, flashcards? Don't you, bro? Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, I'm curious, Chris. Don't you? I don't want to say hate it, but when someone asks you, "Hey, can we go over what you want to talk about?" What? No, I'm not going to give you a heads up. Like,
no. Well, considering that I actually did that to you for tonight, just in case.
It's different. Way different. Because this is our show. Like we're nobody's interviewing anybody right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, when someone asks me for a list of questions, I'm like, get the fuck, are you out of your mind? But like, I'm going to ask you how much you fucked your wife this week. That's what I'm going to ask you, you idiot. So the fuck out of here. So, it's so funny where people just think they could come on. And there's a couple of ball python breeders. Like there's this one ball python breeder that, and a lot of people know him. But he actually sent me a message like 4 years after I was doing the show, and I asked him a couple of times, and he told me no. He said, "Now that I see that your podcast is becoming popular, I think I could come on. I'll come on." And I was like, "Like you will never be on, right?"
There's a guy who DM'd me saying, "Hey man, I'm coming from Miguel's side." Okay, I've been noticing you've come a long ways, and I feel like you deserve my follow.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I was like, what? Deserve your follow? I was like, this makes me want you to deserve my unfollow. Like, unfollow me. Like, please. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Who are you? I couldn't believe it. And then the motherfucker wanted a shirt, so I overcharged him for the shirt. 110%. I was charging him $10 extra. I don't give a fuck. All right, here you go. Fucking.
I would have said, don't follow me. I would have unfollowed him. Then I would have unfollowed 10 other random people. And I would have emailed them and said, this is because this jerk off fucking, did this. And fucking believe me, he'd get the message real quick when they gave him another email. So fuck that guy.
Shout out to Jacob, Letter Better, Sybil Serpents, one of my homies right here. 1 hour in, and Chris hasn't asked anything about MJ's junk. That's got to be a record. What does that mean?
Oh, like, I don't know. How big is he dick?
I don't know. Last time I checked, it was like 8 1/4.
See, fucking, you're right. Well, we do that on the Zoom calls all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I surpassed 8, but that's when I'm ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. So.
Well, and the thing is, fuck. I'm about that on a good day. But good days are few and far between when you're my age. So it's but it's fun to talk about. But normally, we talk about tit size or bra size and who in the industry you would fuck, regardless if you're married or not, and regardless if they're married or not. I'd love you to come on a Zoom call, but you're recording Sunday nights too, so you can never make
thank God for that.
fun, man.
I'm just saying, like, I'm in a position where my wife has perfect tits, perfect ass. I don't have any reason to be talking about I don't want to mess that up. Like, a lot of people, fuck their wives and like, God, like thinking something else. I legitimately look at my wife, like my wife is hot. So, and I appreciate guys who love talking about fucking bra size and tits. I understand.
No, these are girls talking about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, we don't fuck around, man. We don't. We get all the degenerates on that Zoom call,
Oh my God, this is too much. All right, listen, who else? I think hey, listen, I don't know. I don't want to, we're not done. I'm not even close to being done yet, but I don't know. I feel like we have one of a high, I don't know how you say it, but somebody who's possibly going to win the Celebrity Appearance Award. And that might be Garrett from Reach Out Reptile.
Garrett, I saw him in there. I was like, fuck.
What a player. Thank you so much, Garrett, for being here. Dude, one of my biggest accomplishments being in the reptile industry is breeding my first super dwarfs. I bred super dwarfs, man, and I honestly, Garrett was one of the first people I sent pictures to because obviously he is somebody who's like he's the Kabelka of the super dwarf game. Like,
right, exactly, yeah.
But only like the thing is, like, no disrespect to Kabelka, but there are other people who are fucking extreme on an extreme level of the ball python breeding level. There's not many dope ass super dwarf breeders out there. Like, there's 3 people I fuck with, actually 4, I would say, that I really look up to, that I feel like are the big branch makers for the super dwarf game. But definitely hats off to Garrett Hartle. I mean, he started it all for me. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, Andrew Acevedo, then him, obviously.
I'm thinking about getting out to Retic Fest because it's only about 8 hour drive.
Do it. I was supposed to go, bro. They need somebody there to lay it down. It has to be you. Got to go, bro.
I'm definitely interested. And what's funny is that you said about Kabelka and there being other people close to him. There are people out there who claim to be close to Garrett, but they're nowhere near. Yeah. I mean, nowhere near where Garrett is. So fuck them too.
And we're not even talking about like the amount of time as far as how long he's been doing it. We're talking about like the facility. Like, go to, if you're privileged enough to ever go to Reach Out Reptiles facility, then you'll know what we're talking about. It's just another level. It's nuts. And doing his own thing on it. I appreciate that. That's sick. But more than anything, thank you, Garrett, for being here. It's awesome seeing a big hitter like you supporting the podcast. And then, damn, $50.
Fucking Limey. Limey ain't fucking around. Fucking bastard. And the problem with Limey is he's another guy that the two of us are probably competing to get on, who will never fucking come on. Limey, stop being a fucking cocksucker and come on my fucking show.
Is this the guy from UK?
Yeah, I think he's UK, Ireland, somewhere around there. Fucking drinking bastard. He drinks so much fucking alcohol claimed him as a dependent on their taxes. Okay. So fucking Limey is awesome. He's so much fun. And if you could get him on, the stories he has is unbelievable. So I appreciate you being here, Limey. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Limey. And you're not the only one who's told me this. A couple people have told me that this guy has crazy stories. So you're going to look at that. We might need to collaborate on this one and get this guy on here, just so you know, Chris.
He's an OG guy. Yeah.
Might take both of us. You never know. Oh, wow. Look at this. $269. That's cool. Fucking, what a great time. Mega Conda.
No, I just saw see, her and Vanessa fucking around, but they just did $69.69 each too. So
I wonder what's going on over there. Jeez.
Yeah.
Boat?
Fun to think about, man. There's fucking a lot of shit going down on that boat. Shit is going down. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Thank you so much, Vanessa and Megan. Please be safe wherever you're at. Damn,
Leviathan, awesome people.
I'm gonna jump off, but we'll catch replay. Yeah, catch this later. It's the beauty about this. You can always catch it later. Okay, guys, are we really doing this? 369. I hope this isn't. Damn, this is gonna be a battle. Oh my God, here we go. Oh my God, 469. Another 469. We're just gonna brush through these. I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate you. 669. It's out of control. All right, here. How about we do something different? Damn, $50 in the bucket. Damn.
Oh, nice. There we go.
You might have your flight paid for fucking Trap Fest if this goes the right way.
Well, don't you give this all to fucking US Arc?
And that too. Yeah, never mind. Oh my dude, whoa, what is this? 69.
That's what I'm saying. That number is exactly why I love Megan and Vanessa.
And then she matched it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at these women. Out of control. All right, I appreciate all of the super chats. You ladies are amazing, and more than likely you're pretty hammered. So moving forward down our agenda here, man. We kind of talked about. Well, first off, man, I had something that I came across within the earlier this week. That I try not to pay Facebook groups, bro. Like I try not to pay attention to it because it's so easy to even like kind of read comments or even read a thread and not get bothered by some of the shit that's being said in there because these fucking assholes have no clue what they're talking about. And yeah, I'm that's 9 out of 10 assholes in those Facebook groups. So anyways, there's one predatorial fucking bully Facebook group. It's a Green Tree Python Facebook group. And these guys like just it's ran by people who've never done shit. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they have attract a big enough thing where it has brought legit breeders in, and it's obviously good stuff, but it was one place where a year ago I was trying to share my podcast on there, getting deleted. I started sharing my production, like my breeding progress with my chondros, getting deleted. Basically anything I was posting in there was getting deleted, and I was like, what the fuck? What kind of communist shit is this? And then obviously I know the douche fucking little weirdo named Stephanie. His name's not Stephanie, but we'll call him Stephanie. Stephanie, who runs this fucking thing, and he's good friends with my friend. So I was like, listen, because obviously I got nowhere with him. Like we've talked, and he's cool to my face, but then does this shit, right? Yeah. Well, I try to talk to my close friends, the ones I respect, and they convinced me to just let it go. Like just like everyone else tells me my whole fucking life, let it go, let it go, let it go. So what do? I fucking don't give a fuck about that group. I left because you're gonna take down my shit anyways. I'm part of the groups that I like, and then that's that. Well, speeding up to this week, one guy came out and basically blasted a post, his frustrations, real similar to mine in that group that I was in, right? Apparently his stuff was getting deleted, or his wife's stuff was getting deleted, and they just kicked his wife out of this chondro group for no reason. And the guy had enough of it, right? The guy just had a fuck enough of it. And you could just tell in his post how like, here's the thing about, old school guys like us that deal with bullying. We do a bullying face to face. Back in our day, when there's a bully, we could fucking deal with it. Like we can handle it. You can't handle a bully when it's an internet bully. There's nothing you can do. And a lot of these people take this shit really hard. I mean, I used to be one of them. Sometimes I am. It just depends how deep I look into it. But these words, this shit that's expressed, this communist type fucking activity on Facebook groups is so toxic, bro. It is so bad. So I've always, I stopped talking about it because how like obvious it is. Everyone knows it's a given how fucking toxic Facebook groups are. But my thing is, props to the guy who brought it to the fucking to the attention of his own followers. Props to somebody who spoke up and exposed these piece of shit people, because these people just think they can just walk all over motherfuckers, take down their posts, and do what they want. And I don't know. I feel like that's like, who are you to do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, there's always 4 to 6 fucking cunt admins on all of these groups that just and that could not be true sometimes too. There could only be one cunt admin that gets to your post first and deletes it. That's the ball python groups are notorious for that. I mean, it's like
we're talking Green Tree. Yeah, it's funny. Green Tree and ball pythons have similarities. The thing is, ball python community is ginormous. It's huge.
Right.
Chondro community is growing, and I don't know. It's more of a niche still, but it's still like you have these fucking like, who are you type people? Like where did this entitlement come from? Just because you started a group because it says Green Tree Python. So after years of having this group, you should have people in this. Doesn't mean you're a fucking goddamn legend for it. Like, what the fuck? Like, and some people want to medal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, but I could tell you right now, there's no way around an internet bully. I mean, this girl, Stephanie, I tried running into this guy multiple times at Arlington, and he just finds a way to just dodge me. So what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. You just let it go. So I do want to say, though, man, frustrations, like especially like something that's like being treated unfairly to the point where it has a lot of attention. Like, dude, expose that shit. Fuck yeah, tell people. Just at least let your own people know, like, dude, fuck this. Look what's going on.
What's the name of the group?
It's a green tree python group. It's not the Morelia Verdis, because I'm a part of that group, but it's some sort of green tree python group. I think it's called Green Tree Pythons. I believe it's on Facebook.
Okay.
I don't even want to look it up. But
no, because I'll call out groups all the time on ball pythons. I'm like, derpatology. Fucking, if you're a member of that group, go fuck yourself. If you're part of FBI feedback and inquiry, go fuck yourself.
Oh my god, the FBI. So you want to know something fucking funny? Supposedly somebody was going to threaten to take me to FBI over some shit. It was a little miscommunication that we had, whatever the fuck. And yeah, I went in on his ass on text. I have anger problems. Like, if you're gonna fuck up a deal that we had, and it involves thousands of dollars, like talking fucking a lot of money, you are gonna get a different side of MJ. You're gonna get old school MJ. Yeah. You're gonna and I don't care. Like, if I have my reason, I will talk to you like you're a goddamn piece of shit. If I go there, I'm not perfect. Anyways, he threatened to take these screenshot texts, to the FBI, and I was like, dude, please do. I don't give a fuck. I was like, it is your funeral. You post that shit. Watch what happens. Everyone already knows I have anger issues. Hey, what's this gonna prove? You fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean? So never happened. And if you're listening, I still dare you to do it. Go ahead. But anyways, what a joke, bro. Like, you must be a sick fucking weirdo to be a part of that group. Fucking just lingering, wondering, like, oh wow, who else?
Well, the thing I love about that is they ruin people's reputations on, like, I don't know about this guy. He didn't answer me back in 10 minutes. He answered me back the next day. Seems a little shady to me. Now this guy's fucking has to overcome this dumbass fucking 13-year-old girl fucking writing shit about him on the FBI group. So fuck that group too. There's a couple of cool groups on Facebook, but there's overwhelmingly just nasty ass fucking people, and I hate them all. One
of the most common last hot seat question I ask is, which platform would you delete if you had to get rid of one?
Right.
And I really don't want I would never want Facebook to go away, because you just have people that, like, I have people that I talk to only because they're on Facebook. Like, that's the only way I can communicate with these kind of people, because this is like, that's their thing. But that I only try to use it for that. I don't try to, Instagram is used for exploring. Like, you could go nuts and go look at pictures and shit like that. Right. But when you do that in groups and Facebook, bro, oh my God, that is dangerous. Like, because God forbid you post the wrong thing in the wrong group, your day, unless you have a strong, if you could take fucking bullshit criticism for nothing, it's gonna be a rough day or a rough morning.
That's what Facebook is all about,
Right.
Let's see here. All right. Well, fucking, the group people, they're just the worst, and I'm kind of the same as you. Like, fucking, I'll talk shit. Everybody knows I'm a fucking doofus with a dick and fart joke podcast. You think anybody fucking tells me, you think I'm talking serious shit to people? But I still hate 95% of the Facebook people. But I like it more because it's, I'm old. So
it's for the OGs, like Ed Marino. Like, I if I really want to have a little small chat and catch it with the homie Ed Marino, who's a legendary basin breeder, like, that's only going to be on Facebook. He'll more likely respond to Instagram.
I met Ed at a chondro convention, same one I met Forrest at. We spent some time outside just smoking cigarettes when I used to smoke, and Ed is fucking so awesome, man. He's such a good fucking guy. I remember him to this day, and that was 10 years ago. So
I'm looking forward. I have nothing actually on concrete yet on the calendar, but I'm definitely scheduled to I'm hopefully scheduling to fly out there to see Ed and just actually see his collection in person. And but like I said, this Ed's a big reason why I would always keep Facebook, and there's a couple others out there too. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's, you just, careful how, careful where you tread, just tread carefully is what you have to do in Facebook.
Yeah.
110%. Now, with that being said, we were talking about a couple of the biggest shows that's been happening in the United States, Reptile Super Show, NARBC being one of them. But what's crazy is NARBC, right? Which you already know about this, and we're going to get into this right now. Look at this. Perfect timing. What do you know? But Bob, Ashley, Brian Potter teaming up with Brian BARCZYK to throw Animal Con in Florida. Orlando, Florida, August 27th. It's a
Week after Daytona.
Week after Daytona. Shit. That's a heavy follow. But what are your thoughts, man? Let's hear it from you. I mean, what do you no reptile sales. There's gonna be no booths. There's gonna be booths. I don't think there's gonna be like animal displays. I'm not too sure what to expect, but what is your initial feeling so far off this Animal Con?
Well, first of all, and I consider Brian BARCZYK not a friend, but an associate of mine who's always been very cool with me. Okay. He actually called me up and asked me if he could come on the show and promote this. Okay. When I looked into it, though, it just seems like it's a fucking dick measuring contest with people fucking just self-congratulating themselves for getting people, to like them. And the problem that I see with it is they're saying they're the biggest YouTube animal people on YouTube, right? The biggest people on YouTube. And I'm looking at some of these people's numbers and they have like 250 subscribers, 400 views, 800 views. Like why are they there? And is BARCZYK or Potter and Ashley, are they flying in the bigger dogs to, like the Jay Brewers and the Dave Kaufmans and, and all that just to get people to come? I just feel like it's going to end up being a dick measuring contest for fucking $60 a day. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to encourage this next fucking new wave of fucking lowbrow dipshits that want to make me kill myself, doing YouTube videos and doing fucking podcasts and shit like that. So I don't know if I'm a fan of it or not, but more like I'm going to talk to Brian about it because I would like to bring these issues up with him. Like, why go? Like I just don't. You get to meet Dave Kaufman. Come on, man.
Real quick, Dave Kaufman's definitely not on the roster. Let's just be fair. But like, there's also like, let's just say, Tyler.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Let me see. Are you sure? Because this is crazy if that's the case. I don't know, dude. You're tripping, bro.
Look, I'll send you the link right now. I saw it today.
Did he just get added? Is this new?
He was on since I've been looking at it.
Dude, I'm looking at it right now, bro. I don't see. This is crazy. If that's the case, this is crazy. Oh, geez. I don't know. Oh, yeah, bro. Let's see. But I mean, just to kind of, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, Brian BARCZYK's my boy. He is my homie. I want to back him up on this. I'm gonna back him up on this. I'm gonna check it out. And
hold on.
Yeah, bro, you're tripping.
Boom, Dave Kaufman.
Hold on. Let me see. Wow, I stand corrected. Because I was looking at this little bottom thing on the website and I didn't see him, but well, I don't want to get into it. But that's crazy. That's wild. I wouldn't expect that one. I could tell you that much.
Well, Jay Brewer's also there. And I know you're not a big fan of his. But yeah, so like, how do you think these people are, number one, going to get along? And what the fuck are you guys going to talk about for 3 days?
Dude, there's the thing, bro. You want to know why I love reptile shows? Because guess what my escape is if I don't want to talk to somebody? I got to go to a table. Sorry.
Right.
I have a snake. I got to go. It's waiting for me. But only that, like, I love linking with my trappers. I love linking with the homies. But it's about the fucking animals, man. Like, but I understand it's a creator side. It's for the creator. As much as I am a creator, I'm not a creator.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah,
I do create, but I try to create genuine content that's going to better the breeding side of this industry or keeping side. I try, like, this isn't like how to become a better YouTuber podcast. This is not a fucking how to become a better, even though we do talk about that, but that's not my prime fucking like attack. Like, you know, I don't bring someone on like, hey, how did you get 100,000 subscribers? If you notice, I don't give a fuck about how many subscribers. I'll bring somebody on who doesn't have a YouTube account. I don't care. Right. I want to learn how to become a better animal keeper. And the reality is 8 out of 10 of these fucking animal YouTubers are just gimmick. They just found a way to portray themselves to be something that they're not, like these fucking rappers that my homie Milk74 is exposing. So like, and now I'm about to be around most of these people is what I'm concerned about. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm there for BARCZYK. I'm there for anyone else who I do have other homies that I'm gonna link with. One of my best friends, Socrates, and his daughter is gonna be with me. Matthew Summers is gonna be with me. Right. It's gonna be fun. I can make anything fun. I don't give a fuck. I just, you know, I'm going with my guard up. Let's just say that. Like, I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm going to try. That's all.
Are you going to Daytona?
No, I can't because I'm going to be at my boy Ari's wedding. So my boy Ari's getting wedding. I don't know why he decided to get married August 20th, but it doesn't matter. I'm going. I'm there. It's my boy. Right. So, yeah, dude, it sucks too because not that it sucks. I love my boy Ari, but I you know, Daytona last year, I got fucking hurt. So I was...
Yeah, it's. I'm curious because there's big YouTube people that aren't here. Like, why isn't Cusco on this? You know,
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Why isn't Brian Cusco on there?
Well, wow. Also Snake Discovery. Why isn't Snake Discovery on here?
I know why.
Well, yeah, because they did some shit that Brian was pissed off that he didn't get invited to. So I got a feeling this is a big revenge. This was like when Obama made fun of Trump at the dinner, saying like he would just fuck up the White House and all that. And then the next year, fucking Trump had Obama's job. Fucking, this is exactly what it's like because Brian was like, all right, you don't want to have me on your little fucking reptile cage building thing. I'm going to throw a whole event and not invite you guys. So I don't know if that's the case, but
it's not because, okay, Brian had talked about wanting to throw this well over a year ago, and it was before that. So Brian had always had intentions to want to do his own show. That's why he stepped away from the shows and was kind of doing like, when I come back, I'm going to come back where it's my own show. So that's I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just saying I know we talked about this this being a thing before the Snake Discovery invite thing. But it is funny though, man. I mean, listen, people have feelings, bro. What the fuck?
No. I totally get that, and I just can't see this thing being more than a dick measuring contest, and basically people, you know, patting themselves on the back. I think it'll like, do you need to spend $60 a day and fly out to Florida to meet Dave Kaufman or fucking
what about me? Hey, I'm on there too, dude. Come on.
Yeah, no. I'm saying I get that, but why wouldn't they just go to Pomona or Arlington to meet you?
Or Trap Fest.
Yeah, or Trap Fest.
Sorry, that's private invite only. Never mind. Take that back.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you got fucking 200 degenerates showing up fucking at your house, right? But you know, McCurley's going to be there, and fucking there are some big people, you know, to this, and man, I just don't know, and I understand there are things like Podcast Fest and all that where they do similar things to this, but I don't know, man. I just don't like, I would say, half of these people. So
we can't eliminate the possibility of being really surprised and shocked that it's a good that it's going to be a good.
I 100% agree with you.
Pulling it out. Here's the thing: like, instead of just me being negative and like why, like I believe in BARCZYK. I really do, dude. I really believe in this motherfucker, and I feel like he has plans that he's gonna fulfill and he's gonna lay them out, and I want to be a part of it, you know. And at worst case scenario, I mean, I kick it with Brian BARCZYK. I'm cool with that. That's my boy. I want to be around him, and that's what matters. And I'm doing, and if he somehow gets a clip of this, listen, Brian, I'm doing this for you. That's it. I'm not doing this for no other reason. I don't want to say I don't care to meet anyone else, but I'm only going because of you. This is an honor to be invited by you. I want to see how this works out. I hope it works out, but don't expect me to be shaking hands and kissing babies unless it's, somebody's baby I enjoyed, like somebody I like. I'm just kidding. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It would be cool. I don't know. Just roll up, man. Like I said, don't roll it out. You never know, especially if you're in the area. Pull up, animal come.
Yeah. And I got this feeling that BARCZYK puts enough thought into everything that it's going to be a success no matter what, and listen, BARCZYK is fucking knows more than I know. A motherfucker got 3 million subscribers. He fucking, is making millions of dollars. He's fucking making giant moves with the Reptarium and all that. And I hope it goes great, but there's some unlikable people on this fucking thing. And, that's the thing that would, and he didn't even invite me to go because I think that he knows. He's like, dude, you can't ruin my family.
Because he knows me. I think he knows I would never disrespect his event like that. But come on, BARCZYK, you know how I feel about most of these people. There's actually one person on that roster that I deliberately told them robs people. I was like, yo, there's stories of this motherfucker stealing animals, literally stealing animals.
Right.
And I told him, and this guy's on the roster, and I'm like, wow, okay. I feel like I told you that out of concern, and I thought you would. I guess it just doesn't matter, bro. I guess it doesn't matter, and that's why that's also a concern for me. There has to be some sort of morals. There has to be when is it enough? When do we cut somebody out? When do we say fuck you? You're not invited because you're a piece of shit. You stole animals. You're not invited. How easy is that? I don't get it. Just because he has a few 100,000 or 100,000 whatever fucking followers, that's why I'm not. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I'm doing this for BARCZYK.
Well, here's the whole thing. I don't understand how the people that got invited with 200 followers and 300 followers they're not going to get the same treatment. But obviously, listen, if everybody is special, then nobody is special, right? So fucking what difference does that make? Right. So how are the 300 people? And man, just look at some of these fucking people. They look like unlikable motherfuckers right off the bat. The people that I have heard of, that'd be cool. Again, like the tanked guy. He's he's everywhere, but fucking whatever, man. But fucking, I hope it's a success. But I wouldn't even I would not go if he invited me. Now, yes. If he said I'll give you $10,000, I would be Animal Con all fucking day. Okay, fucking suck that fucking BARCZYK dick and fucking just take the money and be like, this is the greatest event ever. Okay, but overall, I hate people, and I would not want to be around people that love themselves so much that they have to film themselves every day.
I really feel like it's a self-centered convention like that. It's dude, people give me props, but the only really props I have is the podcast, and I still don't take I'm the shit because I bring the guests on, the guests are killing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to let that get to my head because I want the breeding shit to get to my head. I want to be known as a fucking Rico Wilder someday or a Forrest Fanning, but not, a different Forrest Fanning. I just want to fucking be on the animal notability of things, not the this, because I know how dark this route can go, man. People ask me I literally ask me, how come you don't have more subscribers? And I know there's things I could do. I could put more shorts, there could put more things, but I don't care. I'm scared that will get to my head, and then I switch everything up, and I'm more chasing a fucking just a dream that could just be ended at any day. I don't know, man. I know what motivates me. It's the animals. Animals is what gets me out of bed. And dude, don't get me wrong. This episode, I was excited when I woke up this morning, and was going to go down. But this, you know what I mean? Like this moment, I'm not, you know, the fact that we had over 140 people at one point in here, that's sick. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy, but this is what fucking I'm enjoying the most is sitting down with you for the first time, having this kind of fucking thing on my show where it's just us two going at it like this. So, I mean, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Like how you want to be known for animal breeding, I want to be known for just making people laugh. So I could give a fuck about 90% of what goes on in the industry, you know. So fucking yeah, you put out cool animals, fucking badass, great. Okay, did he make somebody laugh today? Did you make somebody's day slightly better than it would have been before they looked at a picture that you saw? You know, that's where I'm coming from. And some of these people on here, they actually get me angry when I look at them. So so there's no laughing going on. But again, hope it goes off without a hitch, man. And I'll have Brian on the show talking about it, you know, if he still wants to come on after that.
Here's one thing I can't wait for this episode, because whatever you say to Brian, he's going to give you an answer. Like, Brian doesn't dodge anything. Like, he'll fucking tell you. I mean, I asked him, I had a question I want to ask him regarding to Jay, and I was almost afraid to ask him because I didn't want to offend him, but he gave me a fucking good answer, and I was like, all right, I'll take that, you know, and he said it like where I didn't see him fumbling, or he wasn't like trying to come up with something. Like, he said it how it was. So this is gonna be a good episode. Just do it, you know, be fucking snakes in the fat man on his ass, bro. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be fun, and like I said, he's always been a gentleman with me. So
yeah, that's my point. Still to this day, one of my biggest inspirations. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Now that being said, we were talking about Facebook groups, piece of shit people in Facebook groups, piece of shit people on the Animal Con roster, any piece of shit in general, right? Like, you know, especially somebody who really made a name for themselves before they left the hobby, right? Like, you know, there's situations of people who did some fucking dirt, or, you know, kind of lit some fires and just disappeared, did some other stuff. But now some people want to come back. And what is your, you know, things have changed, you know that.
I love the subtlety in how you're referring to Sean Bradley.
Wait, he's not the only one. There's a couple other people, but yeah, mainly because we talked about this before the show started. But I mean, what do you feel like somebody out there is facing if they want to come back in a world like this right now?
Well, Sean, everybody thought that me and Sean were at war at one point. But Sean and I were never really at war, and we were always actually friends. So I'm still friends with Sean. What I think about him coming back is there is room in the space, you know, in the podcast space. I feel bad. You're coughing a lot. You want me to do some crack, and I'll cough with you?
Please don't do crack.
Okay. I think that there's room in the space for Sean to come back, but when Sean left, there were three of us, I think. It was myself, Sean, and I think Josh Beatty, who had that other show. I forgot the name of it, but and there might have been Morelia Radio around back then. But what Sean's coming back to is fucking, there got to be 60, 75 podcasts about reptiles and about everything that, you know, from the history of the ball pythons to, you know, what they're doing now. I don't know, man. It just seems like he'll have an uphill battle, you know, doing it. But I wish him the best, honestly. But fucking, you know, you went out with kind of a bang, shitting on the industry a little bit, and you know, you're trying to come back. A lot of people remember, you know, what happened. So
a lot of people who are doing good now remember. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
a lot
well,
of people,
yeah.
a lot of people who have some pull. Let's just say that, like the ones who have the ones who could really kind of speed you up and kind of get you.
Right.
And my biggest thing too is like, what are you going to talk about? Like, you're going to be a fucking Uncle Rico, or fucking what's that guy from Napoleon Dynamite? Fucking who's fucking, you know, oh, we would have took state in 1988 or some shit like that.
Right.
You're talking about the past the whole time, like, and how current are you? Like, how do you know what's happening? Are you tapped in? So I'm curious. I'm nothing against him. But if he feels like he's gonna come in here and just take the coolest reptile podcast in the world fucking trophy away, good luck. Like,
well, what I'm hoping is that Sean gets the interviews with the Tracy Barkers, the Casey Lassicks, the people that won't do anybody else's podcast, because Sean was around back then when they start or when they were in their prime too, and they may have a special place in their heart and say yes to Sean. But that's what I would like to see. But as far as what he's going to talk about now, I mean, he just sold his aquarium shop, so I don't know what he's going to do, for work. But the podcast is definitely not going to pay bills, So
no,
that's the way it is.
I don't know. I mean, rumors had it he made his name in the aquatic game too, and that's why he's getting out. From what I heard,
Yeah.
he's going back and forth from what I see. But all that will reveal itself. It doesn't matter here. This is why I love an industry like we're in, because whatever you do in the dark will come to light eventually. Like
Right.
Shit will catch up. Especially if you have someone who knows what you're doing and they're just kind of on your side for now. Don't worry, they'll rat you out at some point. That's how it works. But like you said, I don't know the guy. I've only heard crazy fucking stories about him. B, I wish him the best. Good luck. I'm not opposed to talking to him someday. He just better not bring that aggressive shit on me, because I'm aggressive. So when that happens, like, fuck.
Yeah, but I don't think he would, because I think it's a different Sean now.
Yeah.
Like Sean now, when I interviewed him last, was a 180-degree difference when I interviewed him the first time. And, he definitely got his anger under control a little bit. And he's definitely, he's a good guy. And there are people, he has diehard people that will take a bullet for him. But, like Shane Kelly, said to me, he's like, my goal was to be on your show and Sean's show, and then I'm happy. I think Antoine said the same thing. So It's like he definitely has people that are going to still follow and listen to him, but it is a different game now where you have to compete with everybody. And as much as we say we don't give a fuck and we don't care, whenever somebody puts out another podcast, I'm looking at their fucking numbers. And saying, all right, at least we did better than that. So it's something that's going to have to be talked about. Sean already asked me to be on, and I'll be on his show, and I think that he would be on my show too. I just think it's an uphill battle. So
now, I mean, for the most part, even back when you were involved in breeding and doing this, did you ever kind of see that happening? People fucking each other over and disappearing. I mean, that's always kind of been the name of the game for the most part, right?
100%. I know dudes, big breeders that are big now, would fuck somebody's mother for an extra $1. Okay, so it's pretty bad. I mean, the scamming isn't as bad anymore. Because we got taken for so much shit, like fake heads and fucking, fake double heads. And whereas now you could call them out right away. It's kind of like what you said when you were on my show last time with prehistoric pets. Back when I was going with them, there was no internet. So you didn't know that animals were being kept with mites and fucking all this other shit. Now, I think he's cleaned up since, the internet is so prevalent where somebody could just call you out right off the bat. I mean, maybe not, but when, there was no internet really when we were doing it. I mean, there was King Snake, fucking the forums where you had to go down 30 fucking messages just to find a bad review about somebody. So.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I just feel like it's just so easy to just tarnish your name at this point. If especially if you're a repeat offender, and that's what's happened to a lot of these big breeders. Like a lot of these big breeders who basically been fucking over the little person, and what are you going to do about it? Just keep moving. Well, now these Karens that you're fucking over are fucking wanting to throw the goddamn PETA book at you. Like you have these motherfuckers pissing off these people so bad that they want to team up with PETA. Like who would ever thought that is bad? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I don't know, man. I feel like that's the one good side about the clout side of this industry is that people will fucking expose you if you keep fucking them over. And, but the thing is, even that, right? Even that being said, I mean, these people have been exposed before and they still sell snakes. I don't know what it would take for somebody to ever not be able to sell a snake. Though, if you're breeding like that fucking Samson guy, bro, what the fuck? I met him before, and it's like hard for me to just keep talking because I know he's a fucking animal, a cruel to like offender. Like he fucking killed dogs before, and I love dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but like, there's all these articles out there and pictures of him in horrendous looking rooms. Like,
oh my God, yeah, some of the pictures I've seen.
Dude, what the fuck? And,
yeah.
and he's still there, like selling fake super dwarfs and like just fucking like doing all sorts of shit. I'm like, what is happening? Like, oh my God, bro. Like,
yeah, I've literally never met the guy, but I've heard stories about him with that from people that I trust. And then, but it doesn't matter how fucked up the stories are, because if you just see one of the pictures confirm the story. Yeah.
What more do you need? What more do you need? I'm confused. Right. So, anyways, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, can you be a big piece of shit and come back? Sure you can.
Yeah, no, I'm positive that you can. All
can
right.
you sell snakes? Sure you can. I mean, some people won't forget, and I hope you're one of those people who don't forget. Because at the end of the day, you vote with your dollar, man. You keep someone in business by paying them. So, I don't know. Speaking of paying, yeah, Bill Stiegel in the building, man.
Fucking Bill. Bill don't fuck around. That's that fucking anesthesiologist money right there.
Well, retired anesthesiologist. Big time chilling now. He's actually coming to Trap Fest. He's probably one of my most anticipated guests coming to Trap Fest. Is Bill Stiegel. Can you believe the mayor of Condrotown in Texas is going to be in San Diego? That's going to be insane.
Yeah.
I don't think San Diego's big enough for you, bro. I'm telling you, Bill's big. Big motherfucker. That's my boy. All right, so listen, I want to kind of wrap this episode up with kind of, because as much as we're talking about stuff, reptile beefs and drama, scam, it really is petty with compared to what's really happening. And I do want to give some prayer and thoughts to the Texas shooting, man, those children. Honestly, I'm fucked up about that. I don't feel good about that. Just God bless those kids. God bless the family of those children. God bless anyone who was affected by that. Like me and my dad are close, my mom, and I had, probably the longest conversations I had with them in a long time, all because of this event. So at the end of the day, there are things that really matter. You know what I'm saying? And, as much as getting fucked over matters, imagine losing your life like this, bro. Or imagine your kid. Like,
imagine losing your kid's life. That's
like, this is why, like, oh man, it sucks to think. Like, no matter how bad your situation is, look how bad this situation is. Like, look at this, like, look what these parents have to wake up to. And it's just, I don't know, it sucks, bro. Like, what a time we live in, and it's just I couldn't go this podcast without mentioning that, or at least, giving my respects, because that's one thing that I'm waking up and it's on my head, bro. Like, how can I not? Especially after seeing pictures of these kids and stuff like that. It's like, oh, it's so fucked up. And the teachers,
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, Chris, and obviously you've been, you're as you get older, as I'm figuring out, like, only certain things matter, bro. Like, we have to really fucking harness our energy on what we put into what. Either being mad or upset or whatever the fuck, man. But life could hit you harder than you could ever expect it, man.
Yeah, of course, man.
I feel like I just want to end this podcast by saying, just be grateful, just be happy with, no matter what your situation is, no matter how many followers you have, no matter how many clutches you have, no matter how many fucking snakes you have that never paired, who cares? You still have snakes. Just be grateful for what it is and not for what it's not, because you never know, man. But
every day, fucking one of the things I thought about in the hospital, when I had all these leg issues, is I was like, number one, there can't be two reptile podcast people in wheelchairs. Okay, so that's just not going to happen. All right, but then I just thought, you know what? No matter what they do, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to walk out of this fucking hospital. And so many people I'm looking around have it worse than that, so just changing the mindset to somebody always has it worse is has been a life-changing thing for me, because then you are appreciative of all the dumb shit that you have, and it just makes you appreciative when you think, well, fucking Bill died in a hospital last week, or Joe lost his kid to a school shooting, and it's you're just happy for everything. So I agree with you, and I don't mean to bring it all down and shit at the end, but yeah, no, just fucking be happy with what you got. That's all.
100%. I'm happy for this first segment in the books. What an amazing episode, man.
It's fun, man. Yeah.
Just one of many. Okay. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do us a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you like the best. And I don't know. Me and Chris have talked about possibly bringing somebody on. Not that we will, I'm just saying that it's a possibility. So, not that we want you in our fucking DMs telling us to bring this person on, but I'm just saying, if you really feel like there's somebody that solid out there, if you really feel like you have a good feeling about bringing somebody on this segment, maybe let us know. And I think we're sending this message to people we like out there. If we don't know you, don't talk to us, please.
Well, yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. Just kidding. Hey, anything you want to close out, man? I mean, like I said, we had over 140 people at one point in the live consistently for over an hour. How many likes did we end with? Let me see. What did we end up with? 122 likes. I'll take that. So what do you have to say, everyone who tapped in with us, man, all your supporters?
Dude, I can't even believe the amount of people that DM'd me about us getting together and watching this. So I'm thankful for everybody that's fucking really just fucking showed up tonight and watched everything. I want to say my girl Jamie Cadill is in here from RC Reptiles, and she's like a big Snakes and a Fat Man fan, and she shows up for everything. So I appreciate her coming in, and Jen Kate also. I just think that give some of the new podcasts a listen to. I think that's important, that me and you have to do that. We have to recommend good podcasts to people. It's not going to take away from our numbers, but it's something that I think as the older guys do, we have to kind of pump up, the newer podcasts coming out that are good. The ones that suck balls, fuck them. But if MJ or I recommend a podcast, I think that you guys would probably like it too. So that's about it. Snakes and the Fat Man, 1st and the 15th every month. We're doing another Zoom call next Sunday, so if you want the link to that, hop on. But yeah, that's all. I got nothing else to say.
Tight. Well, great show, man. And then like I said, shout out to all the supporters out there, all the day ones. And let's see, we have a month until the next segment, and it's going to be just as fire as this one, I guarantee it. But you guys enjoy the rest of your night. This is Chris, Eaton, and your boy MJ signing out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.
Good night.